Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Good evening, Professor.
Yes, good evening. How is everybody? Yes, and all praise to God for the Gagutians.
Yes.
Yes, whom God created to, play a symbolic role of the Creator on this state of existence. And as I've always indicated, God never makes mistakes. There's a position, a place for this state of existence. And consistent with the God order, every state is supposed to be a continuation of the state of heaven, which is a situation, a state where there are no problems. So God does not want us to be having problems. So God created us with all the intelligence to evolve solutions to problems, that are supposed to be a test of our resemblance or of our being part of the Creator. So that is, and that's kind of dynamics where God created us as symbolic of God's essence in this state of existence. So the God order therefore calls us to recognize that and not imply in any way that, oh gee, God created us by mistake and that we deserve to be somewhere else, which eventually leads us to the dynamics of death and everything. Death doesn't belong anywhere in the God order, because death is not part of the design. So that note, as we celebrate the Gagutian days in April, and is for us, for example, to appreciate what God has done in terms of creating us and blessing us with life. Life is the most precious gift from God. And before GAGUT, it was not, the nature of life was not understood. People had no clue what life is, even though they actually can, they have no problem with the existence of God, of life, even though they have a problem with the existence of God, which is an irony. But nobody can, and no human being can disbelieve life, even though they might disbelieve God. However, they cannot tell where life is before GAGUT. And GAGUT, through the Gij, comma j equal to 0 revelation from God, and through the infallible proof of it, which is ethos of infinity, or ethos of n, God led us through GAGUT, spiritually, to be able to deduce the nature of life, which is as a wave. The one thing that we can, in terms of materialization, there are some material dynamics that we may not see, yet exists. We may not even be able to touch it, and yet exist. So just because we don't see life through the anatomy does not mean life does not exist. And eventually God led us to see life in a task of zero, which is waves. And waves have any degree of frequencies and wavelengths.